Hey y'all, hey, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Shay. Today's pick a card reading is going to be on who is sending you the evil eye. And for those who don't know, evil eye is basically a supernatural belief that misfortune can be brought on by someone's malevolent glare, or in this case, a hater stare. You know what I mean? So you can be out and about and maybe someone gives you that look, and whatever they're thinking or whatever they're feeling could possibly be transferred on to you. This also can apply to people you know, obviously, people you spend a lot of time with. But in this reading though, I'll also add on anyone who may have jealousy towards you or maybe be wishing on your downfall in some sort of way. And this is not to spread negativity at all. This is just really to bring awareness and maybe even confirm what you already know. So now we can go ahead and pick these cards. Again, y'all know what I always say, make sure that you're picking with your heart and not your eyes, because your eyes may be deceiving, but your intuition does not lie to you. So let's go ahead and hop right in. Hey, group number one, let's go ahead and hop into your read. Who is sending you the evil eye? So I'm actually going to start with your tarot cards first, and then we'll hop into your oracle cards, and then we'll expand more on why it is that they're sending you the evil eye and whatever else comes up. Okay, so the first card we have out is the Three of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, pal number one. So off the bat, this person could potentially be a water sign, being Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Does not have to be, but I just had to mention that. This also could be someone that you have previously, I don't know why I'm saying previously, so that's intuitive, but you may have worked with this person. You probably work with this person now. For some of you, it's in the literal capacity where you go to work every single day and you see this person and you guys spend time. For others of you, it could be someone that you've just worked on a project with. I'm really picking up like heavy, like you tried to do something and they kind of like came along to help you. This can also be in the capacity of like, maybe recently you were trying to, let's say, buy a house and they came with you on like all of the house tours or something of that nature. Like they are kind of up close to you in a sense where they're working directly closely with you to do something and accomplish something. For some of you, it's a coworker, just a plain old coworker, but some of you, this feels closer than that. It feels like a family member or maybe even a friend, a recent friend, like someone that you weren't close to before, but you've kind of became fond of over time. I don't know why that's so specific, but that's how it feels. It feels like someone who kind of got close to you unexpectedly. They don't 100% feel like they mean you harm, but at the same time, there's a little bit of maybe you kind of already have this intuitive feeling about this person, like something's off about them, or why do they want to help so much, or something like that. Okay, so this is definitely someone that you've worked with or you've went towards a goal together. And honestly, for some of you, I wouldn't be surprised if you were like very close with this person now, like you feel like they really helped you through something. You may even know this person through a small group. You know how sometimes there's like those three friends, right? So you guys may know each other through the small group and have spent time together that way. Okay, but I think there may have been some sort of conflict, fell out in some way. The Five of Swords is obviously the card of conflict. Sometimes it could be mental conflict, but this actually feels like there was words exchanged. And to be honest, whatever it is was very quick. It was as if maybe you said something that offended them or they said something that offended you. It was a very quick moment that you wouldn't have otherwise have noticed, but I do think they may still be holding on to it, or that kind of was the beginning of why they started to feel some type of way about you. I'll be honest, it does come from a place of, I've helped you and now you're treating me like X, or now you've said this to me. It's something of that nature. Because I think otherwise this person did have good intentions, and then it was just like this one thing happened, this one sentence was said that couldn't be taken back, and they just have not gotten over it. I wouldn't be surprised if this person is still in your life. Again, if you work with them, you probably still hang out with them, you probably still associate with them to some degree, but I do think that they feel in a lot of ways. They feel in a lot of ways. Okay, so let's pull out the oracle cards that I pulled earlier. These are going to give us more of an idea of why this person is sending you evil eye, and maybe even a little bit of their energy, right? So what I got is cleanse. Okay. Disruption. Death. And then we also have intuition. This is definitely, obviously, a very intuitive person. They have really strong intuition. I would even say that this may be someone that either is very compassionate, like that's how you perceive them. They're very compassionate, kind-hearted. Maybe they seem to always have the best intentions, or they're just super intuitive, and you kind of feel, you can sense that off of them. Maybe they're even maybe a little bit spiritual or intuition. Religious, you know, you may have that thing that may be what you share, because I also feel like there's this a little bit of competition there as well. I don't know why I get this feeling that like you and this person are very similar in a lot of ways, but maybe you're doing a little bit better, or maybe you recently got an opportunity. Again, you're trying to expand in some way, and so they may see you expanding and they feel like they need to keep neck and neck with you. It doesn't feel like it's an intentional competition. It's almost natural for this person a little bit. Maybe recently they just experienced some sort of death or disruption. Like this feels like someone who typically is up and at 'em, like things are going pretty well with them. But I don't know, something recently happened and it's just like life has not been the greatest. So like it almost feels like this person is starting over in some way. And you may know this because, again, you guys are spending time together. You guys are working together. You guys are working around each other. So they may not have the best of luck right now. Like maybe at one point they had it all and then something happened and their life has been disrupted. Maybe, and I just heard for somebody, maybe even they feel like a bad influence on you. Because I'm picking up like things are typically go okay, and then like, I don't know, they say something, they do something, they kind of drag you into some BS. It's something that may go on that may cause a little bit of friction between you two as well. I'm also picking up for somebody like, again, this person may be newly close to you, so there may have been some time where you like were cool with them, but then you like didn't talk. I don't know, I think sometimes this person may feel like you throw them away. And maybe that's where this is coming from, this whole need to like send you evil eye, because it's almost like if this person didn't have it going on, or if this person didn't have whatever it is they feel like you have over them, then they feel like you would come back to them or come towards them. But maybe because you're advancing, or maybe because you're trying to do something different, maybe you left them behind, or maybe you're doing things that they don't quite agree with. So because this also feels like someone who, again, if you're trying to buy a house and they may have given you a suggestion, but maybe you didn't take that suggestion, so now they feel some type of way because they like you didn't listen to me. Like it's little bitty jabs that I feel like this person is taking very personal. I don't want to call this person sensitive, but I will say that they make a lot of things personal that won't necessarily be personal. So that could be a part of the issue. And like I said, with cleanse, it feels like you may have cleansed this person out of your life at one point, or again, there was just a space. Maybe you're trying to get it together and they're not. Like there's something that goes on where it's like one of you is trying to keep clean and the other one is constantly like almost bringing up this mess. And maybe unintentionally so, but it just keeps happening that way. And I also feel like you intuitively might know who this person is. Like as I'm talking, you're like, that's so-and-so, 100%. So don't ignore your intuition when you're around this person. Okay, pal number one. I'm not picking up anything else. Overall, though, I must say this person doesn't seem like they mean you any harm. I hate to say that because I know when we think about the evil eye, we're always thinking in terms of like, oh, who wants to harm me? You know what I mean? But sometimes it's not even that. Sometimes it's as simple as like, a shifted eye towards you after you say something or something like that. And again, I think this person just, you said something one time, you did something one time, and it's just like ever since then they've been kind of side-eyeing you. I think it's the best way to say it. Like, so for instance, it may not be in all aspects. Again, you might mention your growth. You may mention, I don't know, another set of friends, something that you mention that you guys have previously had a fight about. And so they may just like, every time you bring up that subject, they kind of like, you know what I mean? It's something like that. It's not necessarily like every single time they see you or every moment. This feels very like specific and personal. Okay. Clarity. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify. See if there's anything else you need to know about this person sending you the evil eye. I number one need to know about this person. Anything they can do about it. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, yeah. This is for sure somebody either in your family, again, or someone who has at some point became like family, if that makes any sense. And again, this could be just a coworker, but you know how sometimes those coworkers just kind of become family friends. Like they've kind of become close to you to a point where they know a lot about you. Because I mean, you spend all the time with them. But yeah, this person also could currently be pregnant, or maybe they have a big family. They have a lot of children, or maybe just a lot of children in their family. I do think this person may also have financial issues. I'm not 100% sure if you're privy to those issues, because I do get a kind of pretentious vibe to this person a little bit. Or maybe that's just a conversation between you two. Something you shared, something you've exchanged. I don't know. Something of that nature. Okay, pregnancy again could be involved. I don't know. I just get this discarded feeling from this person. Like they feel discarded by you in some way. Maybe they feel like they've offered some type of love to you or some sort of friendship to you, and you just kind of denied it. Some type of help. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a money situation of like someone dangling the help that they've given you at some point. For some of you, this is your mother. I'm not going to lie to you. A mother or a mother figure, a woman figure in your life. But like they've played a decent enough part. They've helped you in some way. So that's where that kind of irritation is coming from, because they're like, the nerve of this person to just leave me high and dry, right? So the most you can do about it, pile number one, is I don't want to say make amends, because I don't think anyone would admit that they got like evil eye issues towards somebody. But I will say that I do think that this is someone that you can discuss it with. If you know that there's like an issue on the table with this person, like you know who I'm talking about, and you're like, dag, I sure didn't call him back, or dag, I do owe them some money, or whatever it is, you would only know your situation. It can be fixed. It's not something that you can really do anything about. I dare say, I don't know if any of these pals can do anything about it, because you can't control what people think or feel. But at the same time, sometimes in this case, I do think it's a case of a misunderstanding that's turning into somebody like passive aggressively feeling some type of way every time they see you. So this may be something that can be worked out, possibly will be worked out at some point, if that is what you want, pile number one. But that is all I am seeing for you. Good luck, and get your evil eye protection on. And I hope you are having an amazing day, my love. Bye. Hey, group number two, welcome to your reading on who is sending you evil eye. Let's hop into these cards. I'm actually going to start with your tarot cards first, and then we'll do an oracle pull to see what's going on. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. We also have the Fool, and we also have the High Priestess. Interesting. Okay, the messages are coming in. Okay, so immediately I get that this person may be a little younger than you. If they are not younger than you in age, I do think this person may lack as much experience as you have. But this does give like little sister, friend that's a little younger, little cousin, something like that. It gives somebody that's younger, or again, this is a friend that could be your age or older, but they have a little less life experience than you do. I also think that this person probably has a lot of anxiety issues. They may spend a lot of time in their head or thinking or getting themselves into mental traps. Like they could get themselves out of situations, but they spend a lot of time just like overthinking everything. Like literally just overthinking the whole situation, overthinking every interaction, stuff like that. I am immediately picking up that this person does envy you, and they envy you because of your experience. Again, this may not be in every single way, but this feels like maybe I don't know, you've been through a lot and you carry yourself with a certain level of grace that they feel like they don't have. They overthink, you don't. Maybe they're just seeing you in that way, like whatever it is that they're jealous of, they're seeing you that way. But at the same time, I think this person does understand that they can learn from you. So it's almost like envy from a place of admiration, which I always feel like admiration be like, depending on the person, be really coming from a place of envy sometimes. And I feel like this is what's going on with this person. So you may have met them in a capacity where you were trying to help them, or they were trying to help you, or like maybe they even presented themselves to be the same as you. But then as you, over time, it's like you start to realize like, okay, this person got a little bit of, they're a little anxious, or they always think that everything is everybody else's problem, or somebody always doing something to them, or like almost a little bit of a victim mentality. And for some of you on the opposite end, it's not even that they have a victim mentality, because I genuinely do think this person believes in themselves, but I just think that something about being around you makes them feel small. Again, it could just be because you're intelligent, you're smart, you're intuitive. Oh, and even I just picked up for somebody like you're very secretive, almost. Maybe they're secretive too. That could be something that you share. But hold on, what I'm getting is like, oh, it's a little bit of a projection. I just thought about it. It's just a little bit of a projection, because they may see you as secretive, but really they're the one that's secretive. So maybe because they don't know every single thing that goes on with you, they may often check your social media, or they may ask your friend of a friend of a friend, because they don't really know what's going on with you. All they do is see the greatness. They see that you're doing really well. They see that you got a lot going on. But really, if someone was looking at the situation from outside in, they would see that they're the ones that like keep a lot of secrets, or they don't tell you everything, or you often have to find out things from other people about what's going on. And not that I think that you, pal number one, are interested in being all up in this person's business. I think it's one of those things where it's an unnecessary hiding things. This person feels like someone who just unnecessarily hides things. Like they always just like, you always got to catch what's going on. Why you say that like that? Or why you leave out that piece of information? Like, I already knew that about you. Why did you lie about it? Like that sort of thing. Okay. But I will say that this person does present themselves very put together. They present themselves well. Like they may dress well. They may have the job. They may have the home, whatever. They present themselves very well. But I think you might know otherwise. And I think that exposure to that, like that mere fact that you could be the person that knows too much or say too much, or, you know what I mean? Like that fact alone kind of makes them feel like they need to get ahead of people. Okay, so let's get into these oracle cards and see if we can figure out why this person is sending you evil eye more than we already have. Okay, because they didn't unpack themselves. We have sadness. Okay, we have caution, and I literally just said it, illumination. And we have growth. Right? So the reason why I said we already said it with illumination, because I do think that you are somebody who can expose them. I do. But a part of me feels like it's something that is almost all only in their head. Like, just because I'm your best friend and you've told me everything don't mean that I'm gonna expose you one day. Just because, I don't know, I was there that day, you had a hard day, doesn't mean that you're like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna tell everybody your business. You know what I mean? Like, I think this person is making an assumption about that. I also will say that you, pal number two, have a glow about you. You probably have grown a lot since you've known this person. And again, because this person is kind of watching you from the outside in, right? They see you all of a sudden, like maybe they don't talk to you for a couple weeks, and then they see you and you on to the next level. Like, you know what I'm saying? You already doing it big. You look good. You look fresh. And they like, what is going on? Not even realizing that like you're not hiding anything. You're just going on your day to day, doing your routines, focusing on yourself, focusing on your growth. And that's why the growth is happening. They're taking that little time where they don't see you as like you're doing something in the middle that's making you grow. No, you're not. You're just doing what you've been doing. They just missed a couple weeks, a couple episodes. You know what I mean? So that may be something that's going up too. I don't want to say that you should be cautious around this person, because I get two messages, and this may be for two separate people. Because this is coming from a place of envy, I would just be careful about them looking for opportunities to quote unquote take you down. I don't think that this is on this person's mind right now. Like, I don't think they're sitting there stewing about you, because I do think that this person has too much going on in their own life to be that, I guess, meticulous. But at the same time, I do think that this person sometimes, if they have an opportunity to embarrass you, if they have the opportunity to make a joke at your expense, if they have an opportunity to kind of call your bluff, they almost take it. But it's not 100% malicious, as in that they want to mess with your reputation. Kind of. But really what they're trying to do is make themselves feel better, because it makes them think, okay, this person isn't growing and doing the most that I think that they're doing. This person isn't doing as well as I thought. It's a little competitive. It's a little bit competitive. But like I said, at the same time, they kind of admire you, because this person may literally come and ask you for advice, literally come and want to hang out with you all the time. But I find that they might be cutting their eyes at you, pal number two, here and there, and everywhere, child. Okay, yellow could be a significant color for either of you. This person also, you may be able to identify them as someone who is currently going through a very hard time. I guess everyone is to some degree, but this is specific. You'll know who I'm talking about. It's almost like in comparison to what's going on in your life, or maybe even into comparison to what they present themselves as, like, you may know that like it's a lot going on and it's like hard, but they may not show that on their face, right? This person also, again, in comparison to you, may be very cautious and very it's just worry warts. I don't know how to explain it. Like, they may not be a go-getter. Like, there's go-getters who are calculated go-getters. This person strikes me as that. They only go after things if they know they're going to win. You, on the other hand, may be willing to take risk, or maybe you're doing something that they're afraid to do, or something of that nature. Again, with the High Priestess, you can be very spiritual. You can be very religious. You can be very, I don't know, just keep to yourself. Maybe even introverted. Right? So clarity. What else do they need to know about this person, and what can they do about this spirit? What can pile number two do about this person sending an evil eye? What do they need to know about this person sending them evil eye? Spirit guides, make the message abundantly clear for me. Thank you. And is there anything pile number two can do about this situation? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I feel like, okay, so a clue, you may have had a dream about this person, either recently or at some point with dreams and empowerment. You may have had some sort of dream about this person, or maybe even this situation. Maybe you found it strange that they were in your dream, or they're frequently in your dream. And y'all let me know if y'all want a video on that. I got y'all. But yeah, those things may come up a little bit. For my watchers who are women, this may be someone that you consider your best friend. I'm not gonna lie to you. This may be someone that you're really close to, or someone that your relationship is really heavily built off of, like, empowerment and like women empowerment, and like maybe you guys started a business together, or maybe you guys, like, I don't know, like there's something that you share that is really centered around being strong women, maybe even being mothers, like something of that nature. And I feel like that's how you'll know about this person. The most you can do for this person right now is empower them and love them. And I know somebody out there is like, not if that B word is sending me evil eye. Again, use your own discernment, y'all. If you know that this person ain't nothing, or if you know that what you're experiencing with this person is like nothing that can be fixed, obviously. You know what I mean? This is a general reading. But this is more of like an extension of love internally, because I do think that this person is really, they're suffering a little bit from insecurity right now in their life in general. You know what I mean? And so it's not even personal. This attack, this evil eye is not even personal. Again, I'm always going to say wear your protection. I'm always say do your prayers, you know what I'm saying? Pray over yourself. Make sure you're protected regardless. But at the same time, I think this person does need a little bit of love. again, as far as an extension of love goes, like just kind of being like, dag, I know they going through something right now, I'm gonna give them a pass, that sort of thing. Now, of course, if there's disrespect coming to the picture, you already know what to do. But I don't think that this person is on that brink yet. I just would err on the side of caution. If you've been intuitively told, like felt like you need to be quiet around this person, do so. If you feel like maybe they're not always happy for you, you know what to do in these situations. But I do think that is something that this person needs in general, is some empowerment, because they're lacking it right now. That doesn't mean you have to be the one to give it to them either. I ain't gonna lie to you. But it may be that you might think to yourself like, okay, I'm gonna give this person a little grace, okay? But that's all I'm seeing, and that is who's giving you evil eye, pile number 2. Make sure you stay safe out there. You stay blessed and protected, and I hope you are having a lovely day, my love. Bye. Hey, group number 3, let's go ahead and find out who is sending you evil eye. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with your tarot cards, and then we'll hop into the oracle cards. So who is this? Knight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, and Page of Pentacles. Okay, group number 3. I hope I said 3 earlier. Anywho, right off the bat, this person could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or they can definitely be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Do not have to be. This is just strong, very direct energy asking who it is. This person also could be someone that you were romantically involved in. I know there are no romance cards here, but I get this strong energy of like, this person feels like an opposites attract kind of situation where you may have been romantically involved with them, or I don't know, you dated for a little bit, but it just didn't work out. And maybe it's still going, but there's just like complications with the relationship. But again, take that with a grain of salt if it does not apply to your situation. That's just stuff that I'm picking up intuitively for somebody out there. This person is actually it's not the whole woe is me story. This person is actually very well put together. They probably have a great job. They may have a great career. This person honestly probably got it going on, especially when it comes to their life. Like their life is really well put together. That's really the most I can say about this person. This person probably is in school, or they probably have the job, or again, they probably have the house. And I'm very curious to figure out where their evil eye comes from. And it may be in this 5 of Cups, because I think otherwise this person has probably the life of anyone's dreams. This person is very brave, well put together. For some, a little reckless. I'm not going to lie. Some of them may be very reckless. And for some of you, this is multiple people, by the way. Side note, this may be multiple people sending you the evil eye. But again, I don't think any of these people are people that you don't admire or don't really care about or don't really see as your equal. I feel like there are other piles in here where it's like, okay, this person is jealous of you, or this person has these. I don't think these people are jealous of you at all. But I do think that there is some part of them that kind of sends that negativity your way. There is somebody specific who has recently lost something or lost someone that you may have. Oh, this is so interesting. It's so complicated. I feel like this is my pile that has like multiple people involved. For some of you, it's a person. It's a person's new person that you used to mess with, right? So you used to talk to some guy, some girl you were in a relationship with. You guys broke up, and now they're with this new person, and this new person keeps hearing about you, seeing you, being around you, and so they're kind of like annoyed by that. So they kind of send you negative energy for that reason. For others of you, and this is very strange, so if it does not resonate for you, that's fine, but this is for somebody specific. You have something that they lost. So for example, if let's say you have a good relationship with your parents, and let's say they lost a father or a mother, knock on wood, but something like that, they may have that kind of annoyance because maybe they don't feel like you appreciate those people or those situations the way that you should. And so they kind of like cut the evil eye at you every once in a while when they're like, when you're talking about it, and they're like, whatever, like you're lucky you even have XYZ, stuff like that. Again, because like I said, I don't feel like this is full on like envy or jealousy from whoever this is, but it does feel like they have just this one thing, and every time you bring it up, they like send it to you, right? Can't stand it. Maybe every time you're brought up, they send it to you. And again, for obvious reasons, if this is somebody that you used to date, I don't know, maybe you guys still have like shared groups, shared friends that, you know, bring you up here and there, and then they go and they look you up and they like like kind of irritated that you're doing well, because it almost feels like this person didn't expect you to not be doing well. I guess they just wanted you to be kind of sad about them or over them. This also feels like a oddball type of group too, like where you're the oddball. You know, maybe it's a friend group that you spend so much time with, but like you're the black sheep for some reason, or maybe they're the black sheep. You're one of these people and they're the black sheep. That may be something that comes up as well. Everybody else is doing well, but they're the one person that's not. Or I don't know, maybe everyone has a career and this person's still trying to figure it out. There's something about it. I'm not gonna lie, pile number 3 is, for some of y'all, it's a little mean girl action going on. Mean girl, mean boy action. And that's probably why they're sending the evil eye to you. And y'all know me, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that everything you do is rainbows and unicorns if it's not. Because that's the healing starts where the pain is, okay? But I feel like that for some of you, a few of you, they cut it at you because you're doing something to them. I'm not gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. And that's not to point the finger at you and make you a bad person. It's more so like maybe you're always cracking a joke at this person's expense, or maybe you are always, I don't know, telling them how they can be better and they're doing everything they can. Like it's something like that. Or maybe you're always trying to push them to go when they know that they don't have it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, maybe you should go after this job. And they're thinking like, bro, I barely can get up in the morning. You want me to go after a job? Like something like that. That may be a thing. They kind of feel like a black sheep a little bit. Okay, so let's get into these cards and let's get more information on why they might be sending that evil eye. So we have reflection, mystery, strength, and anxiety. Something keeps coming up about this person, or maybe you. Again, I'm gonna try to keep it general because this feels like there's so many other people's energy in there, but this person may have like went through some sort of hard time, depression, something of that nature, and I wonder if either you didn't give them the sympathy that they needed, or maybe it was vice versa. Like maybe they were pushing you out for being so reflective or thinking too hard about the situation. There's something about that happened between you all where it was like everybody else was doing good. This one person was like the Debbie Downer or the negative Nancy, and you guys kind of pushed this person out, not really realizing that this person was actually going through a lot. Had a lot of anxiety, had a lot going on. So it wasn't that they were trying to be negative. It was just that they were going through a hard time and they didn't know how to process it. So either you weren't very nice or they weren't not very nice to you, which I find it interesting to cut that evil eye. And this is kind of taking a little bit of a turn because I feel like for some of you, it was intentional. Because I don't want to put like witchy spiritual stuff into it. I'll just say this. These people kind of wanted something bad to happen. Ooh, that sounds so horrible. But it feels like you probably were always up. Maybe you were always the smart one. Maybe you were always the one doing good. And so when the opportunity came where something bad happened to you, it was like, ooh, good. You know what I mean? Like, good. Finally, they can shut up. Finally, I don't know. That's real dirty work right there. That's real. That's real dirty work. But that's what I'm kind of picking up. Or again, this could have been vice versa. It doesn't feel like this was meant to harm you more than it was just like, oh, I can't wait till this person learns this lesson, or not even realizing that they were sending out, you know what I'm saying, an energy that could actually harm you. I'm not going to say they're the reason why whatever happened to you or whatever happened. I'll just say that they didn't help it. And there's two other things that are coming up with anxiety and reflection. I think you also play as a mirror to whoever this is. And this can be vice versa. I always remember my readings can always go vice versa. Sometimes I'm just picking up stuff and I'm just going based off the energy that I'm sensing. But I feel like you may play a mirror for these people. You might be the person that's always telling the truth. You might be the person that does expose that you're having a hard time. You know, a lot of people keep negativity like under wraps. They act like nothing ever happens to them and, you know, blah, 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 blah. But you may be the person that might say the thing. You might say, hey, I'm struggling, or hey, so-and-so, you struggling. Do you need some help? You may be the person that says the thing, and they're kind of not used to that. They like to kind of hide. They kind of like to keep their losses to themselves, and you may not be that person. Again, which explains why they're kind of black sheeping you, because it's like, well, this person is displaying the very thing that we want to hide, and we don't have time for that. We don't want everybody to think we're sad, so we're going to push them away. We don't want everybody to think this. Maybe you've even come out of this now, and they're still kind of like treating you that way. It's almost like a habit now, right? Maybe you've shown strength that they don't otherwise have as well with the strength card. You know what I mean? It takes a strong person to admit that they're going through something. And that may be another reason why they're cutting their eyes at you. For some of you, you may have, because this feels like a group, you may have kind of went dark on everyone at some point too. Maybe now. Like you hung out with everybody, you were in this group, you were with these friends, these family members, whoever it was, and then you just were like, I'm gone. Again, with this ex, maybe that can be too. You just kind of ghosted them, or you realize that you guys weren't on the same frequency and you got up out of there. So let's get some more clarity before we close. Clarity on this evil eye situation for pal number 3. What else do they need to know? And what is anything they can do about it? I know that's right. Okay, so we have beauty and willpower that came out asking for clarity. And it's so interesting that she's holding a mirror, if you can see. And then we also have reflection, right? For some of you, you grew up. You grew up. It's almost like for some of you, your hard times empowered you. Or the situation empowered you. And again, to flip that, again, it may be that these people feel small around your beauty. I don't know. You'll know the situation better than I, but I think that also comes out as well. You have a lot of willpower. You have a lot of strength. If whatever you've went through, you've kind of, you don't look like it. You don't look like it, pal number 3. You look like you're still up. You're still at 'em. You're still getting it together, despite the fact that the odds are a little bit against you. And again, in whatever way, they pushed you out, you had something bad happen to you. Again, you may have something that they don't have, but you don't look like that. You've persevered, you've pushed on, you have your strength, and you kept going. As far as what you can do about it is keep your peace and protect it. There's really nothing you can do about this. And again, I say this for all the pals. There's really nothing you can do about someone sending evil eye unless it's something actively happening, like they're doing something to you. A lot of the times it's just what people think in their minds, the little smart things that they say to themselves, or the way that these people may want something bad to happen to you. Oh, not want something bad to happen to you. They think they're protecting you, but really they're like throwing shade. The most you can do is keep your peace. If you know you've separated yourself so that you can, you know what I mean, grow and do better things for yourself. If you know that you've just outgrown some people and some things and some situations, you know what I mean? But whatever it is that keeps your peace and keeps you going. I do want to say that someone's past loved one is coming through really, really heavy. So I don't know if any of this situation resonates for you, or any of these characteristics resonates for you. That will better tell you of who it might be. But I do feel like someone who's passed on is coming through this reading, okay? And that may be what's the reason why you get so much flack, because maybe you're related to that one person, or I don't know. It's something about that person passing away that might be coming up, okay, my love? But that is all I'm saying for you, group number 3. Make sure you stay safe, blessed, and protected out here in these streets, and I hope you're having a lovely day. Bye. Hey, pal number 4, welcome to your reading on who is sending you the evil eye. Let's go ahead and hop in. We're going to actually start with your tarot cards first, and then I'll hop into some oracles to get more clarity, okay? So first, tarot card out, Queen of Wands. Instant fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The Strength card in reverse. And the 9 of Wands. I'm sorry, 9 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so obviously off the bat, we definitely have some fire sign energy. So this person could be a fire sign, does not have to be. They also could specifically be a Leo with the strength card here, does not have to be. Automatically off the bat, I think that this person is very attractive. This doesn't have to just be in a physical way. I do sense that it's physical, but I also think that they may have an attractive personality. They may be something that people gravitate towards a lot. This strikes me as a very magnetic person who has a lot of destructive impulses. They have a tendency to be very destructive. I'm not sure if this person knows this though, because I think that their pretty privilege may get them by a lot. So that may be the thing with this person. And so that may be someone who is cutting you evil eye. And I think it has a lot to do with their own insecurities. I think this person has very either low self-esteem or they have self-esteem that's hell-bent on validation. So when they don't get that, they kind of get a little self-destructive. They may toss out friends. They may, I don't know, say and do like really messy things to get the validation that they need. Again, otherwise, this is a very enjoyable person to be around. Like they really are magnetic and you really do like this person, but they may struggle with that. And I think that may be where the evil eye is coming from. Because I see multiple things. What I'm picturing, I'm trying to think of a duo that gives me this energy. I can't think of one, but the whole duo of like the pretty popular girl hanging with like the cool emo girl that be like chilling in the back. It's kind of that dynamic. You may, pile number 3, be that, 4. You may need to watch pile number 3. But you may be that type, pile number 4, where you're kind of chill. Like you may have the same magnetic personality, but in the opposite way that this person does. So there's almost this tendency to either want you to be just like them or kind of be frustrated that you're not kind of validating them the way that they want. Again, if this person likes to party, you may be more chill. So they may call and say, hey, like, let's go hang out. And you're like, no, I want to sleep. and they may feel some type of way about that because they're like, get out the house. Let's go outside. Let's have some fun. I think this person really does need a lot of validation. They do need a lot of attention. And a lot of attachment. Like they do need to be paired and grouped almost constantly. And so it's like with you specifically, you don't necessarily carry that energy. So they may struggle with self-esteem and they may feel like they need to get that validation from the people that are around them. So when you don't give them that validation, damn near hell breaks loose. That's the energy it's giving me. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'll see what these oracles say as far as why, but I guess I really sense that it's just simply because you don't give that validation. This person just has a lot of self-esteem issues. And I think in other piles, we were talking about jealousy. I don't think this person is jealous of you. I just think this person is too, like, so self-absorbed with themselves that they don't really know what to do when someone isn't responding to them a certain way. So again, like I said, you say you don't want to come out, they cut their eyes at you, or I don't know, you be like, I want to study, and they're like, well, I hope you fail that test. Like that's what they're thinking in their mind, because they're like, how dare you not come give me the attention that I want. That's the vibe it's giving, right? Oof. So why they're sending you this evil eye? Hunger, abundance, and surrender. We kind of covered it. We've kind of covered what this is all about, pile number 4. But it's given very much, this person they really do have an insatiable hunger. And it's so interesting that that's the word being used, but it's like they feel kind of like deprived a little bit. And you are so comfortable within yourself. You are comfortable with what you have. You are comfortable with who you are. You probably aren't someone who makes a big fuss about a lot of things. Like, even if you feel like you do, pile number 4, because I know somebody going to be like, I am an emotional anxiety wreck. No, you're not. I think that you may carry yourself with a certain level of grace that this person may otherwise not, right? You may just be very happy within yourself. You may be very abundant. You may be about your school. You may be about your business. You may be whatever it is that you're about, where you don't really need to go outside to, of yourself to figure things out. This person doesn't. Like they don't have that. So they kind of envy that to a degree. And I'll tell you, I think that this person thinks that it's a facade. So where this person may be very expressive, they may be very boisterous, loud, a lot, in whatever way that they are, you may exude an energy of like, I don't care. And instead of them understanding that perhaps that's just your personality, or perhaps maybe you don't want to talk about negatives, or maybe you just don't always tell them everything, or maybe you don't always have an energy of stress, they see that as it's pretend. You know what I'm saying? And like you're putting on a show, or you're acting like things don't bother you when they really do. Like they have a story that they're making up in their head about you. So again, it's almost kind of like that idea of like, how is it that, like, how are you going through that stuff and you're not reacting to it in a certain way? Or why aren't you getting more excited? Or why aren't you getting more mad or angry? So they may be sending you a little evil eye because of that. I don't want to get so deep into this person's insecurities, but I will say that like that is where it's coming from. You have a sense of peace and they don't. You have a sense of, oh well, fuck it, life is life. They don't. And again, it may come off to them like you don't even try, like you don't even put up forth the effort. So it may make them frustrated sometimes. I will say you're doing very well, pile number 4. Even if you don't think that you are doing very well in your life. You may have an abundance of friends. You may have an abundance of money, love, life. Again, a sense of self-worth. You may have those things going on for you. And whoever this is a person that, it's not that they don't, but they just haven't gotten that far. I'll extend some sympathy. I don't think this person has gotten far enough on their journey to realize that peace can be found within. They think that it always has to come from groups of people hanging out. You know what I mean? And we've all been there. But then it's like the older you get, or maybe the more you go further on your journey, you realize, okay, like, I gotta have my peace. I'm gonna make sure I have peace, or I'm gonna make sure this, I'm gonna make sure that. I don't think this person has gotten there yet to know that. And I think that's where that comes from. And I also feel like if this is someone romantic for some of you, like if you know that this is like someone you're romantically involved with, I think also they don't like the fact that you don't like feed into it. Like I think this person likes a partner, or likes someone who just kind of fills up that void that they need from their romantic partner. And you may not. It may be that you're very present for this person. Like I said, I feel like this is a pair. It's you and this person, or it's you and whoever this is all the time. But again, you may not just like, you may be chilling and they want more energy, or they want more attention, or they want you to be more on top of them, or care more about things than you actually do. It's not that you're not there. It's just you're not there in the way that they want you to be. Again, which may bring out frustration. So what else do they need to know about this person? Pile number 4. Okay. Healing. Yeah. Oh, now we getting deep. Okay. So the cards that came out is grieving, well-being. And we also have healing here. I mean, it can probably be assumed, but this person just needs a little healing. Little time, maybe even needs to be taught with time. And I don't think this is something that you should take on, pile number 4. Like, I don't think you should try to make this person your project. If you're wondering, like, if there's someone you really, because I do feel like this person otherwise is a really great person to be around. They just have these things, right? They have these destructive ways about them. Again, they even may be someone who, when there isn't any drama, they make some. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff is cool and they like, I'm finna go mess with somebody. Like, they may not see it like that, but then you may be thinking in your head, like, you don't need to go do that. Can you go sit down somewhere? They don't see it that way. This person needs a lot of healing. And I don't think you should take this on as a project per se, but I think that might be something that you say to yourself when you think about this person. Okay, you need some healing, or maybe you need to sit down, or maybe you're grieving a little bit too much, or whatever it may be. I feel like something may have recently happened to this person. Even maybe when they were younger as well, that made them this way. Which is probably why you even hang around this person, because you know that there's depth. You just, try not to interrupt too much. But they're like grieving something. They're almost ignoring something that they need to like fully deal with. And that's where this comes from. This evil eye. So So what can pile number 4 do about this situation, this evil eye situation? Is there anything this pile number 4 can do? Oh, this is a sweet message. Inspiration, confidence, and fertility. What I'm getting is plant the seed of confidence within this person. Again, this is not your job. If you know that this is like out of there, you know, you not trying to be bothered, follow your intuition on that. But I do think that you kind of instilling your, like, you being yourself and instilling that confidence in them from afar is really all you can do. It's like, you know, let them know that you are beautiful inside too. You don't need to always be out and about and screaming and yelling how wonderful you are, how beautiful you are. You don't always have to be outside. Almost being yourself kind of naturally teaches them another way that they can be. Again, whether this situation continues, you know, you continue to be friends or involved with this person, or whether you don't, essentially you being yourself and showing that confidence is going to naturally teach this person something that they need to know. It's going to plant that seed. Okay, my love, I hope this reading was helpful for you, and I hope this confirms some things that you already knew. Be sure to stay safe, blessed, and protected out there in these streets, and I hope you're having a lovely day. Bye.